Now she don't skid, splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce, don't think I'm ready. You got that swag.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Griffin. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So out come the Chargers. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Dorsett's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Slow.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And right side, Henry's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Gordon on the dump off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out. It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with something. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one. Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Slow.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them. Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now Griffin back into his end zone. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw from his end zone. Griffin going underneath for Gordon. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Flag 32. Flag 32. Z.
They go play action with Griffin, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Dorsett making the catch. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, Griffin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Griffin. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
We got four.
Once again, Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Griffin. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bud Dupree. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Sturgis able to. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw is RG3. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, back 32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They go play action. Griffin. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustment.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll drop to throw. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 down. Ready. Flag.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. A good pickup there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, Griffin being chased out left toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Griffin. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Welcome back now to Denver. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Slow.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin, able to get away. Powerful running. Now he's going to go up top. Over. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Ready. 319. 319. Z. Ha, ha, ha.
Griffin will throw again. And he's into the end zone. Chargers touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Ha, ha. Slow.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're going to look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. when I no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models are it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.